Hey, Dumb Meta here, and welcome back to another video of me going through my favorites list on fanfiction.net. You know the drill by now. These stories have all been sorted by publication date from my favorites list, going oldest, newest, and we're gonna see if they still stay on my list or not. Alright, first up, Time and Again by KyLewin. So this is a Naruto time travel fic. Again, Naruto gets sent back after he's become temporary Hokage or whatever. Not by himself, but while he's fighting Orochimaru and then dying, and then he ends up back at his Genin exam. I like it. I like this story, not just because it's interesting, but it has changes occur. Not everything follows all the same beats as canon, because these aren't the same characters, and there was not that they're not the same characters, but changes have been made, and a lot of it was random luck that caused things to occur, and he doesn't always pull them off exactly because he doesn't remember. It's been so long. And also other small things keep changing, and it's like, okay, why does that? Is it really just time travel? Is it alternate dimensions? And it gets explained at the end of it, and then gives you a sequel, which sadly was not completed. But this is still really interesting. I think it's good with its ability to keep things off kilter and stuff, and the fact that it's not just a retread of all the events of canon and different things occur, make it actually stand out in the time travel library. So yeah, I think this is a really good one, and it stays on my list. Though the sequel is not. It's not on my list in the first place, so you can look at that, but it was never finished, so that's probably why. Okay, moving on. Blind Man's Go by ykilel. And this is Hikaru no Go, except before he met Sai, he went blind in an accident. And it doesn't get very far. It gets with him entering the Insei program. And honestly, aside from just having a slightly, some of his relationships are different. Like, him and Akira have a better relationship, and they go see each other and meet each other and are friendly. It's basically just the same beats as canon, where he meets him here, he goes to go there, and he just has a slightly more respect for Go. But it's not much, and it doesn't get very far. Nothing interesting. Falls off my list. Alright. Now we got some crack here with Oswald the Ottoman by lunakatrina. And this is, as it says, Harry goes into the final fight with Voldemort and turns him into an Ottoman, and then decides to keep him as a pet. So it's 7 chapters of super ridiculous, stupid shit going on. And I just loved every minute of it. There's not much to say unless I go into each joke and why I like it. But I found this to be really funny, really ridiculous, and I'll read it again and again. And yeah, it stays on my list. Okay. Now with some more crack with Harry is a Cracked Mirror by Cloneserpents, and here it's basically. Voldemort tries to do a ritual to summon an alternate universe Voldemort to help him, screws up because he didn't have virgins, and instead an evil Harry Potter shows up and replaces the current Harry Potter, and this evil Harry Potter just has a huge fucking dick and just fucks everything that's female in the general vicinity. It's kind of ridiculous. This is there. Yes, he's evil because he grew up in an evil regime and he wants to take over the world and stuff, but honestly, this is mainly just more concerned with him going around and having sex with every female person and converting them into his harem, and everybody is just horny and raunchy in this thing. But it's really fun. it's just really funny. I enjoy it a lot. Like, yes, it is all just sexual humor. 99% of this thing's humor is sexual humor, and if you don't like that stuff, you won't like this story. And it's not like there's a lot of ridiculous and gratuitous sex scenes. There's a lot of all that. It's all here. So if you don't like it, yeah, I get it. You won't like it. But I found this to be really funny, and I still enjoy this. So yeah, it stays on my list. Going back to Naruto now, we have Livewire by Case 13. I think I've said before that I like Case 13 as an author. It's been really he's really interesting, and I said before that the main thing he makes interesting is he can create a lot of environmental detail and stuff like that. That's not what happens here. Here it's basically during the wave mission, like Naruto has like memories about a girl, and he's like, okay, I have to go meet her again, and then he pulls out some wire tricks, and then he can fight with wires, and it's really weird. And okay, so some slight changes occur to the fight scenes, but what's written is it goes through the wave mission, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna take two months off of training, and it's just training, but they're completely isolated. So changes do occur, and it changes the characters of all of Team 7, Sakura, Sasuke, Naruto. They all have like changes, but we only see them in isolation or with each other. We don't see how it interacts with anybody else. And yeah, it's something that I think could have been great, but it's not. I don't think it's going to continue. I really, it's been over 10 years. I don't think I'm not even sure this guy's writing anymore. I haven't been able to find anything. But yeah, it's just something that could have been more. Could have been something if there was more, but it never gets to that point. It just leaves you wanting. A lot of build up, but no actual payoff. So it's interesting setup, and you can give it a look, but it's that lack of payoff really hurts. Not even like a little payoff. I wasn't even going for finish, but yeah, it's gonna fall off my list. Or Harry Potter. Yeah, just again, like as I've said before, I'm sure I've said it many times. Most of my favorites list is going to be Naruto and Harry Potter, especially the stuff from like until 2013-ish, I guess, or 2011. But yeah, Thrilling Tales of the Downright Unusual by KyLewin 65619. And this is again another omake file of the sort. Unlike the others, this one seems more to be a place where he collects all his one-shot like joke ideas, or like just single joke things, instead of launching off points for fics, which is fine. And I think it actually works out in its favor, because I think I've said like sometimes like a single joke it's good, but it's not good enough to stay on my list. But here you have this whole collection of library of jokes that are all like, they're all pretty good, and it's basically the equivalent of looking up single joke YouTube, like a comedian's single joke clips on YouTube, versus just getting their special and having everything in one place. Some jokes may way better than others, but here, if they're all collected, that just brings up the whole quality. As long as the overall quality is good, that makes everything great. And I find this to be really funny. I enjoyed it a lot, and the fact that it's all come together is basically like, yeah, if a lot of these were just by themselves, single stories, they wouldn't be on my list. But the fact that they're all together, and then there's extra ones that are worthy, make this, yeah. If you want to laugh, give this a look, and yes, this stays on my list. Two more Harry Potter ones. This one is The Poker Game by Enterprise 1701D. And yeah, so Harry has there's a high stakes poker game. Harry competes and ends up getting a bunch of girls because they bet themselves in the game, and after that he goes on and becomes super powerful, and a whole bunch of shit happens. And yeah, like I said, this is a super hairy fic. In the end, he becomes like super powerful to the point of ridiculousness. Yes, it's also a harem fic, and yes, I know that both of those things are strikes against it by some people. I don't really mind it usually, and also like the reason I don't mind about super fic here, especially, is because this is a humor fic. It's funny. There's some hypocritical shit going on where like Harry, they criticize that Malfoy gets whatever he wants whenever he wants, and then Harry basically by the end of it starts running Hogwarts and everything just because he has power. And yeah, it's hypocritical, but like I said, it's not meant to be full serious. It's meant to be kind of ridiculous with everything going on, and I always give humor more of a leeway with these kind of things. The writing is interesting. I like the main MacGuffin that's going on throughout the whole thing, and also the running gags that occur are really funny. I enjoy this, and I recommend this to everybody. The relationships also feel real. I want to say that like it doesn't just immediately fall in, but these are people that he's known for quite a while, so it's like just a little step forward, but it still has those steps and those connecting points. I like this a lot, and I will recommend it to anybody, and yeah, it stays on my list. The final one for this is Guy Fawkes Day by Mr. Q. And as the summary says, Harry destroys magical England after getting fed up of hearing about the greater good and how it decides to fuck him over all the time. And he decides, okay, I'm going to use the greater good as well. The first half is just set up saying, like, okay, this is why he hates the greater good, this and her, and then it's like, you know what, let me do something. And then the second half is him going up to Hermione and then just being the mastermind, explaining the plan after it's completed, so you can't stop me. It's okay. It's a good bit of catharsis if you really hate the magical world and you want to see it blown up because of its hypocrisy and shit like that. If you like that, go for it. But it's not something you have to keep coming back to unless you're really into that stuff and you just need your fix of fuck the magical world, fuck the magical world. Like me, I liked it, and it gave me that good bit of schadenfreude, just that good bit of like, yeah, blow something up. But I don't need to come back to it. It's a one and done, good story, but it falls off my list. And there we have it. 8 more down, almost 200 total. We're at 199, with 115 staying on my list. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like or a comment. If you like, if any of these interest you, there's the summary and URLs are in the description. If you want to read all this journey instead of doing that, I have a link to the forum where I'm posting this on Sufficient Velocity. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.